I'm Teresa Lisum with my friend and fellow coach,
Linda Karchner.
and we are here every week because we love talking about strengths.
Mm-hmm.
So this conversation helps keep us sharp, and I love hearing your perspective, Linda,
Hmm.
and I hope
Yeah.
you appreciate mine. And we have a lot of strengths, superpowers in common, but
Hmm.
yet they play out differently for both of
Right.
us, which is so fascinating. But we want to talk about an aspect, a nuance, a dimension today we're going to
Hmm.
call energetic. And
Okay.
it's not
Right.
something that is stated from Gallup. They don't really
Right.
talk about this aspect, but
Hmm.
our mentor, Eddie Villa, has found this to be, as I guess we could say, a subcategory, a dimension,
Yeah.
as we
Yeah.
said, an
Hmm.
aspect that is really relevant and important to people.
Hmm.
So, strengths have been categorized in these different nuances, these different aspects, and one being energetic. Okay.
Hmm.
Now, I did not look up the definition of energetic, which I should have. That would have been interesting to see what that means, but
Like just like the Webster's definition of energetic.
yeah, are you going for it?
I'll do it.
Okay.
Webster's definition of energetic.
So energetic, both Linda and I have pretty good amount of strengths that fall into that
Hmm.
energetic category, which just means that we need to really pay attention to our energy and
So
what
it,
energy comes at
yeah,
us. And
yeah. And it,
very discerning we need to be.
so the dictionary definition, like when you hear this word, you might think of someone who's on the go all the time,
Mm,
who is
yeah.
always accomplishing, getting stuff done, do. Because here's the dictionary definition: operating with power, showing great vitality, force, and effectiveness, active and strenuous, characterized by intense activity, vigor, or a capacity to engage in strenuous work. And the sort of the scientific definition is pertaining to or relating to energy.
Okay,
So
well,
this has a little bit of a different connotation because it's more of being aware of your energy and what gives you energy, what depletes your energy. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're a person who's go all the time,
hmm, physically
physically
going.
going, because
Right.
I'm not that kind of person.
Like an Energizer bunny.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This isn't what it means. It means a person who needs to be in touch with what gets them going because, like, I know for myself, if I'm passionate about something,
Hmm.
then I jump in with both feet and
Hmm.
I'm pretty tireless. It's
Yeah.
sort of a steady working at it. But if it de-energizes me, then it's a whole different ball of wax.
That is like pulling teeth, huh? Trying
Yes.
to drag you along.
Yeah.
And the strengths in general are all about what energizes you. Like when you look at
True.
your top 10
True.
strengths,
Mm-hmm.
this top one is the one that gives you the most energy, the
Mm-hmm.
most passion around, the
Right.
most motivation. And then
Mm-hmm.
as those strengths go down in order, they lose a
Mm-hmm.
little bit of energy. And
Right.
then we've talked about those last five being the strengths that kind of suck the energy out of you, and
Mm-hmm.
they're really stressful and they're not serving you in any way. So this kind of falls right in line with
Yeah.
that, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah. Good point.
So when you're doing things that excite you, inspire you, like you said, feel meaningful, then
Mm-hmm.
you have a natural propensity, let's say, to access those superpowers or to access
Right.
those strengths that are going to help you follow
Mm-hmm.
that inspiration, follow that passion,
Mm-hmm.
step into what excites you.
And there are, and you mentioned this, and I'm just reiterating it. there are certain strengths that lean more toward this aspect.
Good. Yeah. Yeah.
So if you have more of these particular strengths in your top 10, then you tend to be the kind of person who needs to gauge their energy
Yes, that was a
and
great,
put
great
their
explanation.
energy, where there's a flip side to this coin that we'll talk about next week. And so if you have more strength in that aspect or looking through that lens, like we talked about last week, then you have a different way of approaching life.
Yes, thank you for that. That you did really well on that. So, as I said, I have a lot of energetic
And so do I.
strengths. So does Linda.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to be very discerning and aware what is draining us, what pumps
Mm-hmm.
us up,
Mm-hmm.
what excites us, what gives us passion.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's usually from an internal source.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's our job, is to focus on that internal
Mm-hmm.
inspiration, that
Right.
internal starting point, and then reflect that outwards
Mm-hmm.
or
Mm-hmm.
take action on it in an outward way. And I just have to say, my whole life was not this. So when I discovered that I had so many energetic strengths, it
Yeah.
really surprised me
Mm-hmm.
because I never thought of myself as being in touch with emotions and feelings and energy, which I still don't see myself as being
Mm-hmm.
that intuitive. I guess even intuition could be
Mm-hmm.
used here. I I never really saw myself as that, but since I've had this awareness
Mm-hmm.
and this understanding that I do have a lot of energetic strengths,
Mm-hmm.
I've been able to be more in touch with that. I kind of lean
Mm-hmm.
into that energetic nuance and aspect of things now. How about you?
Yeah. Well, I knew this about myself. I would have never called it energetic because of like what we talked about earlier, like
Hmm.
thinking of what the dictionary definition of energetic is. But I've always known like I'm passionate about a lot of things. And if it's something I'm not passionate about, it's hard for me to do what I need to do to participate in that event or task.
Hmm.
So I've always known that, but you kind of knowing your strengths kind of gives you the understanding and the permission to
Love
be
that.
who God created you to be. It's like,
Yes.
okay, that makes sense. That's why I withdraw a lot of times or I'm quiet. It's not because I'm shy, it's because I'm de-energized in certain situations.
Hmm. And you need to kind of step back into
Hmm.
that pool
Hmm.
of your
Hmm.
own personal energy and kind
Yeah,
of recharge.
yeah, yeah. I love spending time by myself. And my husband is my favorite person in the world. But when he said he was going to retire, I'm like, you need to find some place to be 2 days a week because I love you. But I need time just in my own energy
Yes,
to
yes.
recuperate. He's like,
Right.
maybe you need to find some place to go 2 days a week. I'm like,
Ooh,
no, no, not happening.
oh, that's so funny. So I know for myself, and this was prior to really having an understanding and awareness of this
Yeah.
energetic aspect of myself. And I learned, I don't know, I just had this awareness, I don't know, maybe 15 years ago. It's been a
Mhm.
while, but up
Mhm.
until that point, I was allowing all kinds of
Mm.
energy and outside external sources coming
Mhm.
into me, and they were not always good.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, I would just take in because of my input
Yeah.
strength, and I would just take in all of this negative news and movies and all
Mm-hmm.
like things that were harsh. And at some point I just realized like, oh, that is not good for me. I have to shut that down or minimize that and be
Mm-hmm.
very protective of my energy from within. And so that's
Mm-hmm.
what I've done.
Yeah,
I don't focus on bad things that are happening out there.
right.
It's not that I don't want to be aware of them, but I don't need to focus on them and keep allowing them to bombard me.
Mm-hmm. Because you know that that will just suck the life out of you.
Yes, yes. It just dilutes my energy that I
Mm-hmm.
feel is mine to share with others.
Right.
So, and that was a big thing for me.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was a big understanding.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like you said, give myself permission to step into that. Like, oh, it's okay that I don't watch scary movies or I don't watch the news more than a couple of minutes or I don't read Time magazine end to end anymore, which
Yeah.
I used to do, man. I did that every week. I was up on, and I thought was proud of myself that I
Yeah.
was up on
The
what was going on in the
current
world,
events, the latest
but it
happening.
just wasn't good for me
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I would just ruminate on it. It would just
Right.
bother me. And
Right.
so I had to let that go.
Yeah, and I get that about the scary movies and the news and certain TV shows I can't watch
Hmm.
because it just it wounds my heart.
Yeah,
It's
exactly. That's
like,
a really good phrase.
yeah.
Yes. That's exactly what happens for me. And I think sometimes if people don't have that awareness,
Hmm.
they could be in this constant state of maybe anxiety or depression or stress and really not understand why.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Mhm.
know a lot of people who talk about how they're so afraid and anxious all the time. And it's like, what are you putting in to your heart and your spirit?
Mhm. Mhm.
Is it movies, TV shows, the news, the negativity? Maybe take a little break from that. Protect
Yeah, right.
your energetic self.
Oh, I just had a realization when that really kicked in for me. And
Mm-hmm.
that was on the day of 9/11.
Ah,
Remember, they
I
just
do.
kept for like
Yes.
a week for like we kept
Everything.
seeing the same images
Yeah.
again and again,
Yeah.
and it was heart-wrenching and
Yes.
so sad. And I literally was in a funk for
Oh, yeah.
days, and I kept seeing the same images, and like, oh, I can't, I got to stop. I
Yeah.
cannot do anymore. So I
Yeah.
do remember vividly that
Right.
was part of that beginning point where like,
Mm-hmm.
nah,
Mm-hmm.
that's not for me.
Yeah,
My job is to bring a positive energy
right.
to the world, not
Absolutely.
suck in all the negative.
Yeah, not to be that there's a word I'm trying to think of, like that antenna for the negative, you know,
Mm-hmm.
transmitting that.
Yes,
There
yes.
are
There's
people who
enough
can
of that.
handle that, and we're going to leave that to them.
Right, exactly. But for people that don't understand that, that I could be judged for
Hmm.
not being aware
Hmm.
of what's going on in the
Hmm.
world, or I could be teased for
Right.
not going to see
Yeah.
certain types of movies. But I'm just protecting my energy, which is valuable to me.
We live about 5, 6, 7 miles from where Flight 93 went down.
Oh, okay.
So the
Okay.
memorial is, kind of in our backyard in our county.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I have a hard time going there.
I bet. I
Yeah,
bet.
and when people come to visit us and they want to see
Mm-hmm.
that and we go with them, I see as much as I can and then I just sit back and just let
Mm-hmm.
them because I just can't I
Yeah,
can't
yeah, I
stand
totally
it.
get that. And I
Yeah.
wonder if that has anything to do with the fact that we have contacts really low.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like
Like,
a lot of
we
people.
can't think about what happened in the past because
Right, right.
if you think about that affecting the present, ugh,
Yeah, yes.
yeah.
So it's just, again, having that awareness and that understanding about ourselves
Hmm.
that allows us to move forward in life
Right.
in a better way, in a more positive way, in a
Hmm.
way that's good for us and good for everybody we
Yeah.
interact with.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hmm.
And being the best person that we can be for ourselves is not as selfish as it sounds, because it's just that classic thing. Like you can't fill from an empty cup,
Right. Right.
and so if we're empty, we can't, like you said, live in our calling, our purpose in this world. And so, just being aware of that and monitoring that, our energy, then that's beneficial for us and for everyone around us.
Yes. Yes. Amen to that.
Yeah.
Now, there is the flip side of that, which
Right.
we'll talk more about next week.
Yeah,
And there's no judgment in either direction
exactly.
because it's just how certain people are
Yeah.
wired, how they come into this
Mhm.
world, how their strengths present themselves. And again, it's just that knowledge and that understanding that is empowering.
Mm.
And as you said, allows us to be our best version of ourselves in any moment in time. Let me see if there's anything else I want to mention here. I like this. Energetic strengths thrive when you protect your energy and
Mhm.
invest it where it naturally grows.
I like that.
Yeah,
That
that's
that
really
makes a
good.
lot of sense.
And your energy is a compass. Pay attention to where it points.
Mm. Yeah, that's good.
Hmm. Allow our energy to pull us forward. And not
Hmm.
to say that, like you said, there's going to be tasks and
Right.
projects and
Right.
responsibilities that we don't want to do, and
Hmm.
they're not energizing for us. We're still going to
Hmm.
do them, but maybe knowing that, well, we better shift our perspective and figure
Right.
out a way to make it work for us
Yeah. And
so that we could do it.
that's when you tap into those strengths that you have. If you have a distasteful task that you have to do, are you a relationship builder? Could you do that with someone else to make it a
Hmm.
little more enjoyable and more
Yeah.
meaningful?
Yes.
So that's how you can, little tip on how you can kind of help yourself to
Hmm.
do things, like when you're like, oh, this is just sucking the life out of me, but it has to be done. Maybe one way you can work your way around that, a little workaround.
Right. Or put on some music and dance your way through it or
Yeah,
something
yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
I often, input high. I often listen to podcasts
Yep, me
when
too.
I'm
Me
doing
too.
chores because I like engaging my brain. I have a
Hmm.
friend who has input at 34. Well, actually, I have a couple friends who have input at 34, the very lowest of the strengths, and she wants silence.
Mm.
She has lots of kids,
Oh,
and
yep.
she likes to be able to think her own thoughts.
Yes, yes.
So, but I'm like, I like to have music or a podcast or something usually when I'm doing chores.
Like an interaction. So even though
Yeah,
there's not physically a person
right,
there, you
right.
still have this connection
Hmm.
with other people in the
Right.
world. So
Yeah.
yeah, I love that. Me
Makes
too.
me feel like I'm getting something beneficial out of that time.
Yes. Again, just knowing more about ourselves
Mm-hmm.
helps us do things better
Yeah.
in general.
Yep.
So yeah, I love energetic strengths. And now
Uh-huh.
that I understand that I have so many of them, I am allowing myself to allow them to lead the way more so than I did in the past.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. It's a process.
It is a process.
We're
Everything's a
all
process and a practice.
Yeah.
We love talking about this stuff, but
Yeah.
we are not perfect in enough,
No.
in ourselves. But we love leading by example and showing others that, yeah, it is possible to be a better version of yourself today than you were yesterday.
Yeah. Yep.
And the strengths
Absolutely.
concept is what allows us to do that. So thank you, Linda. I'm so
Well,
glad you
thank
are
you.
here today in person.
Yeah, me too.
I want to thank everybody for listening in.
Yeah,
And
we
this
love
is going
having
to be recorded
you.
and put on YouTube. So if you're checking
Yeah.
us out from YouTube, please subscribe, share, leave a comment.
Yeah.
Even if you're just perusing by
Yeah.
this live.
Let
If
us know
you
you
find
stopped by.
something interesting that we
Mhm.
said, please leave a comment. We would love to hear from you.
Right.
You have a strength report that you want us to take a look at, send it over to us. We would love to dig
Yeah.
into it.
We can
And
find out if you're energetic or
yes,
not.
yes. Wouldn't that be interesting? Or
Yeah.
maybe you're like me and you didn't realize it and you saw yourself as an intellectual, practical person. And
Hmm.
boom, when you're really an energetic person, it
Hmm.
could, answer some questions that you
Right.
might have had about
Yeah.
yourself. So,
Understand yourself and others around you a little bit
for
better.
sure. All right, my friend. Thank
All
you
right.
so much,
Yeah.
Linda. Thank you to
Thanks for
everybody
joining us,
listening
everyone.
in, and we'll see you the next time. Bye bye.
Bye bye.